Rukario Monument. The monument was reserved for General Rukario back in 1777. This monument was established as a peaceful getaway from the dangerous events. This monument has the spirit of General Rukario. During 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., one can see his ghost. General Rukario, born on September 10th, 1712, in Ruka Village. He was a farmer for his family. He attended Ruka High School. After he graduated high school, he moved to Rukario City. General Rukario attended Rukario State University. Rukario graduated from RSU in 1732 after he became a doctor and specializing in diseases and ailments. In 1735, a war broke out. The liberate Rukas decided to attack Rukario capital. Rukario got married to Rukario. In 1736, Rukario decided to fight back against the Ruka liberals. They had more advanced technology, so defeating them was extremely difficult. In 1737, the Republic of Lucarios formed allies with General Rukario. This was a very fierce battle. The battle raged on for 20 years. In 1757, the Republic of Lucarios, along with Rukario, finally regained control of Rukario capital. After the Ruka War of 1735, a deadly Rukario virus began spreading. The virus was extremely deadly that everyone left. Everyone in Rukario capital was infected by the Rukario virus. The virus took lives of 95% of people in Rukario capital. It was the worst disease in history. In the vault, someone contracted a weaker strain of the Rukario virus. General Rukario told everyone to isolate them in the lower levels of the vault. Once isolated, Rukario began finding a cure for the virus. Research took months. On March 21st, 1758, Rukario found the vaccine for the Rukario virus. The vaccine was tested on the infected person. The vaccine experiment was a success. The virus broke down when the vaccine interfered with the virus. During the summer of 1758, Rukario contracted a deadly flu virus. He lay there sickened. His condition got better over a few days. During the booming of 1758, everyone was moving back into Rukario City. General Rukario decided to fix up the town. Then everything collapsed. Another country was sending nuclear warheads to Rukario City. Everyone panicked, and down to the vault went 120 million people. The vault doors were sealed. The vault had great loot that lasted a while. The vault was underground, so no one was injured. Everyone was safe. A few years later, everyone left the vault. Rukario and Rukaria decided to have kids. They were both in their 30s. Rukaria had a miscarriage and was saddened. Fortunately, she had a successful delivery and the baby was a boy. Both were excited. They both agreed to name him Rio. Everyone congratulated them for their baby boy. Everything seemed to be going fine. On September 10th, 1760, the reactor had a dangerous meltdown. However, everyone was able to move to another part of the vault. Power was out, so everyone had campfires. Rukario found a portal. Rukario informed everyone that there was a portal. He went in and was gone for a few months. He returned with the greatest loot ever. Rukario then fell ill immediately months after. He tested himself and he had a 100% chance of dying. Everyone was worried about Rukario, but he remained cool. When he got sicker, he went down to the lower levels of the vault to isolate himself. Everyone eventually went down to see Rukario. What they didn't know was that Rukario contracted a deadly bacterium, the lustrous Rukarium 1766 BZ. Symptoms of this virus include shortness of breath, heart palps, unnecessary sweating, vomiting blood, diarrhea, bloody diarrhea, malaise, cold sweats, organ failure, and death. There was no cure for LR 1766 BZ. Once you contract it, it's fatal. Rukario only had a few years left to live. A year before Rukario's death, the vault hired a preacher. The preacher sat there with Rukario's family, praying that he would pull through. However, Rukario got more ill. His heart rate was fast at 175. Rukario's heart rate was so high that he was risking ventricular fibrillation. VFib is a deadly but shockable rhythm. VFib is where the right ventricle quivers instead of pumping blood. A few weeks later, Rukario's heart went from ventricular tachycardia to ventricular fibrillation. Everyone was laying right beside Rukario. Everyone prayed for Rukario. After his heart went into VFib, Rukario's organs started shutting down. A couple months later, Rukario was unconscious. His brain was shutting down to prevent the infection from spreading to his brain. Rukario's heart rate was at 200 beats per minute. He was on the verge of dying. Everyone couldn't believe their eyes that he was dying. A month later, on September 10th, 1769, Rukario's heart stopped beating. He was declared dead at age 57. Everyone cried at his bedside. They went ahead and buried him in Rukario's cemetery. After a while, the townsfolk built a memorial for Rukario. The memorial was an icon for Rukario City. They built a beacon of hope for those who got sick with the disease. After the memorial was built, every year people would come to the tower to worship General Rukario and God. Rukario died from congestive heart failure at age 69. Rio was 22 when his mom died. Rio had a special condition. Rio was autistic. He had no clue on daily life, but he settled in greatly with the townsfolk. The townsfolk taught Rio how to fight. Rio became the next Rukario. He decided to fight in the Great Rukario War of 1776. The war declared because the Republic of Rukarios wanted to become the United Rukario States of America. The battle lasted a month. Then Rio, along with George Washington, all signed the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence declared that everyone can do anything independently. This was the greatest achievement for Rio. A few years later, the economy was doing great. Rio was named president, and he protected everyone's rights and amendments. After Rio left presidency, he was famous. Everyone congratulated Rio. Advancing, Rio sadly passed away at age 40. Rio's cause of death was eukaryotic cancer, which is cancer of the eukaryotic system. The eukaryotic system was both a reproductive system and immune system. Both systems were separated by the eukaryotic branch. Rio was laid to rest in the Rukario Cemetery right in between his parents' graves. Rio's official date, advanced to September 8th, 2022. A fellow person named Mega Rukario 928 refurbished Rukario City. He and 7,000 others now lived in Rukario City. Rukario Capital became the capital of Rukario State. There are now over 25 million people resides in the Rukario capital. Nearby Rukario City lied a small village named Rio Valley, which was new. The nuclear explosion was so severe that the radiation still remains there today. As of right now, the economy is tanking and food shortages are becoming a realistic nightmare. Everything was better when Rio was president. Here was a note from General Rukario before he died. My fellow loved ones, I am so sickened to where I'm about to leave you all permanently. My dear Rukario, the townsfolk were extremely nice and caring to me. I too will miss them. I know seeing someone die is saddening, but never ever forget that I love you and that I will be in your heart forever. This is my final goodbye as I am writing this. I love you all. As I write this, I'm getting closer to death. I will miss everyone that loved and cared for me. I will miss them. As I'm about to pass away, the last thing I want to say is, Rio, please be safe and warm. To my beloved Rukario, please take care of Rio. Just remember that I love you, and it made me cry to know that I was going to leave you soon. To my buddy Rio, make me proud, kiddo. Do the right thing and respect your peers. Please be safe throughout your life. I was able to help the people in need. I was the hero. And now as I'm laying here with me on my deathbed, I will see you guys up in heaven hopefully later in the future. For now, I love you both and goodbye. I love you both. Rest in peace, Rukario, Rukaria, and Rio. You will all be missed. National Institutes of Rukario. Headquarters, Rukario City.